Thank you very much for joining this video and watching this video. So in previous video, I was talking about the pipelines and logistics and how that was benefiting you as a real estate professional and what kind of things you should consider, how you should implement and plan ahead in order to get processes done correctly with the flexibility that you can adjust it and modify them later on. And that was first part of this video. In this part, I would like to create for you a basic form, give you overview about forms, then we will jump it into the tags, and then I will go to the advanced campaign and give you the overview what you could do it, how you should do it from that perspective, and then we will conclude this video. That's very base platform, and there is much more to add it. However, you will understand how that works, right? So let's talk. We have a system what we have set it up before, and if we go to the settings, one of the options is create a public form, right? You see it here on the top, and you can find it also that. So we will be covering tags, forms, and then we will go to the automations. So let's create the basic external form. Create the form. There is no template. So we will be requiring in this form basic information only, right? We do not want to have as much as possible. Let's go. Okay. We can define the informations. Button text. Very important. Apply. Very commonly used. Start process. Why I'm doing that? Because it's offering some incentives for them, because that's their primary goal, right? So this is the company name of our friends. So font type, let's do this way. Required field. Sorry, I will delete this field. I will add first name, last name, email address. You can customize it and add other fields, but we'll be covering that later on. So we have a first name, last name. What else we should have? Your cell phone, right? Please understand this is very basic. Display company logo. There's no logo yet, but you can add it. You can customize the colors, information, and everything, alignments. Start house buying process. Right. That's perfectly fine. It looks at this moment. You can customize it and embed it in the anywhere. You can host it in the page, right? This is the page, so that will be looking like there's a lot of features. Copy. I think I should be publishing that. Yeah, it's okay. It's working. It's very, very basic, but you can embed that. I just want to give you the idea, right? So save and exit. And then you can follow up with different applications, and you can utilize it other media, other landing pages, other stuff. But the Keap Pro has an amazing landing pages also. So I will show it later on. So now we have a form, very basic. Then we will add, I will go to the tags, and I'll give you the idea how that can be implemented. So I'm going to settings and the tags. So when you start the company and you purchase the trial, or you get, we are offering very, very discounted services, so don't go buy from the site. So these are the tags, and we have a categories, right? So there is nurture tags, prospect tags, and then customer tags. That's as default, but we will be customizing that fully and modify that fully. So what I would like to add it is, I will create new tag category, right? I will do SST, Street Smart Tools, buyers, by line. Okay. So we created the new category, right? And as you remember, we have created the new lead. Then we had a new lead coming in, new lead coming out, then the verifications, then a prospect. You can watch on the previous video. So what we are going to do with this, I want to categorize, what is it? Buyers, pipeline, new lead started. Okay. Copy. Then I created new tag, the same category. The naming is very important, so out. You know what? I will change it another one, because I would like to set it up logistically, so I will rename it that. This pipe add the tag. I will put not started. I will put in. Why? I will show you shortly. Save. Okay, so this is one of the way of adding the tags, and I do really suggest to define proper tagging policy, so you will not get confused and repetitively, right? So that's very important from the get-go. If they're longer, that's fine. However, I found it out that if, for example, you have a pipelines for the buyers, it's good to associate it pipeline with the naming and the process what starts, right? And then I can show you much more why we are doing that way, right? So I will just create 2 tags at this moment. However, I will go back to automations here. Okay, and then as I mentioned, there are two types. There are easy automations and then advanced automations. So if I go to previous pipeline, which I have explained before, we have two pipelines, buyers and new lead, right? You see it. So I can create automation stage automatically within the system here, right? So when if they are getting into that, apply the tag, right? So I can set it up, apply the tag, and then I can apply the tag buyer's new lead end, right? And that will trigger operations, but we don't have operations yet, right? So I want to make you understand that you can customize those operations, and then you can elaborate more about that, right? So okay, so I'm going to close it because I will be implementing in much more sophisticated way. I'm going to go to automations, and then I create automations in advanced, right? It's so powerful. I never seen any applications in the world utilizing so sophisticated system, and flexibility is very, very much unlimited, to be honest with you. So we are creating the pipeline, the new campaign, and that's what the magic is happening. Okay, so we don't have a category yet. I create the new category, buyers. Okay, that should be associated. So we can create multiple within the multiple campaigns. Add buyers. Pipeline. I will add it. 3 small tools, buyers pipeline, 01. You can use a different way. So as you see it here, we have a empty canvas, and here are the tools which we can utilize it on a regular basis. So we have the sequences. So within the sequences, you can send emails, apply notes, tasks, etc. You can verify the emails, right? And then you have a goals, form submitted, web form submitted, landing pages, which I'll show with tag applied, email links, right clicked, email opened, product purchases, failed purchases, quote statuses, website automations, if they visit a particular website, if they created appointments or not, task completed, pipeline stages, and that's what we will be doing, lead scores, and the API is another stuff. So what we are going to do with it, let's do first one, tag being applied. Okay, and form, let's go form. I click the form, select form type, public form, but select form buyer. You see it here, save. So whoever has applied that tag, there will be additional features added, right? So commonly known application is to set it up the email confirmation, right? Please understand this is very basic information. So what we are doing is we click, we can edit. So this is the starting point. Setup required. Okay, the contact owner, the email. Please verify your email. And one of the things is nice here, it's what you can do it is you can utilize the merge fields and then use first name. So that will show first name, please verify your email, right? You can customize it the way how you see it, but that's the default setup, set it up, right? And this is the contact information of the client. So you set it up, draft, and it's almost ready to go. Commonly known also, it's you can put it as a up and running. And then another thing is, hypothetically they forgot and they didn't do anything else. It's good to create a reminder after 3 days. Okay, let's do that kind of, so you will see it. So what will happen? They submit the form. After they will ask for the approval to send the emails and updates, right? And then after 3 days, you can send another reminder, and then you can set it up. And then we can use the name. And you can customize the text and everything. This is very commonly known suggestion, right? To make sure that you can send and to not be marked as a spam because they qualify it. And one of the things which is happening, you can then get them into the a kind of sequence, email sequence, if they are done it or not. Okay. However, one of the good things is you can also pass that information right away. This is the decision diamond. What that means, you can categorize and make sure that you can define the different criterias. But at this moment, we are not going to put any decisions, but you can customize that way, right? So email confirmation, welcome, right? And then, for example, you can apply the tag. Apply the tag, and then we can customize it. The stages, right? So buyer's pipeline in, so that can be associated automatically. And you can start the processes, you can send it up the information such kind of way. However, I believe that will be a good starting point for you to understand the logistics. And that will be one of the situation. Okay. So we got the form submitted. We verified the email address. If they didn't verify it within 3 days, we can send the reminders again, and then automatically they get into the tag will be applied for the pipeline. And why I want to emphasize and how to automate it more into using the pipeline stages now, this entire campaign will be the main core to use it to interact and to be modified within the pipeline which we defined before, right? You remember that. Okay, so what we are going to do it is We will create pipeline stage. So let's name it. Sorry. Okay. Viewer and edit. Moving into buyers, and then we have a new lead, right? Save it. Then we will create what has to happen within that. So we will use the sequence. Okay. And then we will use pipeline stage moved, right? So the logistically saying, what we will be doing is when they get into that particular pipeline moved in, we will do some operations, and then when they get out, what will happen next, right? So let's go here. We start. So we have a couple features, like we can delay the timer, date timer, email message, apply, remove tags, apply notes, create the tasks, set values, create the deal, etc. Right? So what I'm going to do it is they are getting into the pipeline. So I will add apply the tag. Please understand, new leads in, then that's automatically will be applied. Then I would like to good processes apply the note. So what we are going to do it, that will be applied to the contact information who applied, right? So we will do this way. So action, this is other, right? Because we just want to inform it. Okay, so we will use the merge fields. Contact here. Okay, let's see. New lead. And then click first name. And then last name. And then we can provide the informations about that name. This is for information, right? First name, last name, email, then phone number. Okay, we can set it up.
Phone 1.70.0.3652838. Merge fields.
What happened?
Action type asterisk.
Sorry, guys. I typed the voice options. Perfect. And then we can customize it whoever you want to notify it, right? But that's okay. We do not really need it at that moment, right? And this is just information about then applying the note, right? So we click next, and we go back. So what will be next? More likely we should create the task, right? And the task will be associated with the, okay, so we will say always good to have a first name, last name. I'll put it new lead registered. Right. So what we can do it is here. Ensure okay. I would say right away other, but you can create appointments, call them, follow up with this. We have a much more sophisticated system to automate the processes with the bot, which I mentioned to you, verifications, right? So we will add the first name, last name, email, phone number, right? But we have to understand also we will require at one point to have a much more detailed information about the finances, about other stuff, right? So you may decide that you rather be doing the call right away with them, right? Or send the email, send follow-up emails, and ask them to fill up the application form for the provide more detailed information, right? Because you do not want to spend as much time. It's good at the beginning of getting, as you know, familiar with how the system works. However, it's not necessarily at the time, right? Okay. Now it's the task outcomes are amazing. So let's do task outcome. So you can make a decisions based if you're successful or not, right? So let's do this way. We ask them to provide email approved, let's see, application email approved, copy, so we can create the categories too. This is T buyers pipeline. So we are setting up a brand new system, right? Just to let you know that task outcomes. Okay, so category, so pipeline. Let's do different way. Buyers, new lead. Let's do that way. New lead. Application, let's do this way. Buyer's new lead. Spam, I don't like that word. Buyer's new lead, spam email approved. No, let's do this way. Emails receiving approved. Okay, save it. And then we can add it another one. Right. Forgive me about my Polish English. Okay, perfect. So there are two categories. And we will assign to the due date, we can define it 0 date. Let's say we want to do pop-up reminders. Priority is just basic, so we will do not essential. We can create a notify when task is created. You should be logging in on a regular basis. Assign to contact, and that's all, right? So you have that information. Backup assignee. Okay, so we have to set it up, the backup. So we assign the owner of this account. Perfect. So as you see it here, we have created the task with different outcomes. Now, what we should do it's, what do you think? We can create a deal. So pipeline, not verifications, new lead, use contact owner, perfect. If doesn't already has it in the stage, so more likely not. Verification process estimated for this time, the deal will be, okay, let's make $5,000. Why not? Okay. We create. You see it, how that logistics going on, and what we will be doing next. What do you think? You have to send them information. Thank you very much. Right? This is brand new system, guys, so you can customize it like no tomorrow. So you can have some templates. At this moment, I will use the basic one, but you can create the templates on your own, and then you can add it. So I will use this template. So we will be using let's do this way. And then we will use, of course, the name, contact name, first name, right? Preview, this is used when you open the emails, applications on your phone, then you will start, right? Okay, that's this marketing section, and always use name. That's nice. Okay, so here we can set it up, the goals, and define the informations. Thank you very much for applying to become our house buying process with us, and we are looking forward in this, and you can set it up, what will be the processes, right? So I will just briefly state it. And you can utilize the merge fields, right? So hello contact name, thank you. Yeah, spelling, right. On board. Welcome to the family, right. Next. What will be happening next? And then you can customize it how you want to do it, but you inform them with the processes. If you have a special portal for them to collaborate with the application or other means possible, then you can educate them with the processes. You can educate them and tell them what will be happening, out to which stage, what's the time frame, and everything. And that is very powerful. I always like to add it. Signature. Okay, contact owner signature, and that will be draft text and send, and then you can click preview, and that's how that will be looking, right. So this is the contact informations and everything. Perfect, right? Okay, so as you see it, I'm going to back. I will put Ooh. What's going on? Something is wrong. Forgive me, but I have no idea. Somebody's typing maybe. Welcome email. Okay. Perfect. Let's leave it like this. Okay, and then we create apply. And that will be within the time frame. So one of the things, this is happening very fast, right? You can add it. Time delay, for example. Usually that happens at the beginning, so I will do this way. I delete it here. Click delete. Then I set it up here and then back. So the way how that will work, it's after they submit, they receive the email for verification, and then I will wait, for example, minutes, and 30 minutes should be okay. We can pretend that we are working, so between working hours, if that's okay. Depends how stressful you are, but you can define different time frames and then make up and running and then rename it. And do buyer's pipeline, buyer pipeline, new lead, right? Do you understand the logistics here? You can customize it and change it. Imagine you can assign the task, you can send the emails, you can follow up with them. You can change the owners. If you do different way, you can send to the different applications. You can create the orders if this is necessary. So as you notice here, we have in that DAO is going out from the pipeline, right? So I know it's kind of long video, but that's how you set it up. Take time, but you set it up and you will be saving a lot of time. Oops, what happened? So if you go to automations, you see that pipeline. Okay. Let's go, Mr. Smith, right? I will show you how that works at the end. So I'll go back to the pipeline. We go in here, finish setup. We didn't publish yet. That's why I cannot do anything. It's opening. Okay, so we have this pipeline. So we have created the form, they apply, they go into the pipeline, they are within this particular new lead pipeline if they get in out. So when moving out of buyers, right, we have a buyers and then as new lead, right, that will be happening. So now what I can do it is, of course we should have it. Forgive me. So now what we can do with this, we can highlight this, we can highlight this, we can highlight that, duplicate, and then we can customize it into the buyer's verification. Exactly, right? Verification. And then we can assign different tasks to the different tasks to the agent, to the team member. And then out of buyers verification. So in this area, what we will be doing is we will definitely in this pipeline, we will encourage them to apply and get more details information, right? And depends if you will be working with us, definitely we will implement the bot. And then at this stage, that can be automatically done and we can customize it. We can customize it, this pipeline, based on the criteria. So more likely there will be different tags applied and if that will be triggered right away. So the goal is we will be utilizing different approach in this aspect. So we will apply the tag, right? And then we will apply the note. It's good always to apply the note. We will apply the task, right, to verify it if those other details are okay, like finances and everything. And that will be automatically joined and put from our bot applications in order to get you ball rolling. However, if you not want to use it or you want to implement by yourself, you can just call them and then get all the information details within and apply to the fields, right? And then you can move them to the different deal and remove them from different deals, right? So that the way I see it, that will be working, but you don't need to have that deal anymore because you already created, so you can just move it, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do with it, I will just publish for you to see it. There are elements, of course, not finalized yet, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, so as you see it, we have nobody here yet, right? However, if I'm going to back, hopefully that will work. So we have a one contact testing Mr. James Brown, whatever the name is. So what I'm going to do is I will go to the contact. We have this contact here. This is the potential lead, Mr. Cargill rent to buy, with the phone number and everything. So you see it here, there is information, the stage and everything, because we applied the tags. So let's go see the tags. Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong button. So what we see it here is Mr. Brown Smith, applications, phone number, unconfirmed. Oh, you see, this is unconfirmed, so they didn't confirm yet. You remember that 3 days verification? That's very important, right? If we edit, so as you see it here, I'm clicking once. As you see it here, there are no tags at all, right? So I'll go back. Okay. So we have informations, Keap account created, testing account, notes, as you see it here. So what I'm going to do with this, I'll go to the pipeline. If we are doing automatically, that will be moved automatically from one to another, but what I'm going to do with, I will put him here, right? So what will be happening now? We can customize it. So deal moved from verifications to the new lead, right? You see it here, all the processes and everything, whatever is associated with that. View contact records. Okay, so as you see it here, it was moved to this application, right? So you can text, you can email, you can tag it. Okay, etc. Right? So I think that will be very beneficial, and you can go through the entire pipeline, you know, signing documents, contracts, and everything. I hope you understand the logistics for that perspective. And sorry that was a long explanation, but this is one of the most crucial operations and very, very important for you to understand how that works. Hopefully that will be beneficial for you, and looking forward to future videos and to work together in this aspect. Thank you very much.